Niggas on beats, boy.
Subscribe to Kiwi Box. That's the one. Yeah. Good luck.
Kia ora team. So this fight had been talked about for a good week or so, and it seems it's been confirmed. There's no official story as yet, so I can't link any articles besides ones that are talking about the fight being worked on, but it's confirmed on BoxRec, and it looks like it's going to be on the Crawford versus Khan undercard. So Robert Helenius versus Kubrat Pulev. Now Kubrat Pulev is the mandatory for Anthony Joshua and the IBF belt. He's had a very good win. Probably his best win was his last win over Hughie Fury, a very skilled, young, hungry boxer who had a cut in that fight and pretty much blamed the cut for his poor performance. But the cut wasn't that bad, so it was a good win for Kubrat Pulev. A very technical fight, and he showed his superior jab and ring IQ was good enough to get rid of Hughie Fury. Now Robert Helenius, many don't rate him very highly at all, and I can understand why. He got stopped by Johan Dorpa in his first loss when he was unbeaten. He was winning the fight easily, but got caught with a big shot, got staggered, dazed. He got up and fell over the ropes, and the ref called off the fight. He hasn't been stopped again since, but he has been beaten. He got beaten by Dillian Whyte in a fight where he broke his hand in the second round, and from then on he ran for the rest of the night. Finished the fight but lost on points. Some may not know, he's also had health issues besides injuries. He's had shoulder problems. Apparently he had some kind of blood poisoning. It all pretty much sent his career off track, and like I say, many don't rate him, particularly because of his performance against Dillian Whyte. But that wasn't a fit Robert Helenius. Now I've been saying this could be a more competitive fight than most think, simply because people don't rate him. If Robert Helenius is on top of his health problems and his injuries, he could be more than a handful for Kubrat Pulev. He's not the fastest kind of guy, but as we saw against Dillian Whyte, he can move his feet. He doesn't have the fastest hands, but he has a very good jab when he uses it correctly. And being such a big guy at 6'7.5", with long reach and a very good punch, I might add, this could be problematic for Kubrat Pulev. Now Kubrat Pulev probably has the best jab in the division at present. Many called him the poor man's Klitschko because he didn't have the power in the right hand like Klitschko, but he definitely could compete with the Klitschko jab, similar sort of jab. He fights orthodox, but he's actually left-handed, and he's taught himself to use his power hand as his lead jab. So this is going to be interesting. He knows where to put his feet so he can get in the right position to throw that jab, and he can knock you out with his jab. So it could be a very interesting fight. Robert Helenius can move himself, and like I said, he's got a very heavy right hand if he lands it on you. His last fight, he knocked Erkan Tepa sparked the fuck out. He didn't know where he was. He was sleeping. If he lands that on Kubrat Pulev, it's going to be good night. In fact, it doesn't matter who Robert Helenius lands that right hand on. If he lands it flush, it's going to knock them out. There is good reason why many were calling the next Klitschko before he had the hiccup in his career, losing to Dorpa and then having health and injury problems. Now this fight is confirmed for the 23rd of March. apparently. So I'm really looking forward to this clash, provided Robert Helenius is in the best nick he can be in. I'm still going to pick Pulev because Pulev has the better experience at elite level. He hasn't fought that many great opponents, I'm being honest here, but he has good amateur pedigree. He's fought at Derek Chisora and beaten him. He's fought Kevin Johnson, not really that great. Old burnt out Kevin Johnson. A Samuel Peter. He's been in the ring with Wladimir Klitschko. That's his only loss on his record. He's been very careful about who he fights, and I'm actually a little bit surprised this fight is happening because he has that mandatory position. But on the other hand, I can understand why he wants to take this fight in preparation for Anthony Joshua. Robert Helenius is slightly bigger than Anthony Joshua, and he hits very hard. He's not quite as quick and probably not quite as ring savvy as Anthony Joshua, but definitely a good way to train and tune up for Anthony Joshua. Now I hope Kubrat Pulev isn't thinking of this as just a tune up, because like I say, if Robert Helenius comes in superb shape with no health problems, no injuries, could be more than a handful for Kubrat Pulev. Underestimating your opponent can be deadly. But either way, it's a great fight. I won't be missing it. One way or another, I'll be seeing it. I hope you are going to watch it as well. Let us know your opinion on the fight, who you think may win, by what method, and any information you'd like to share with us about the fight would be awesome. Look forward to reading your comments. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Big Boys Boxing, we out. See.
Zone beats, boy.